All right, let's jump right into this explainer. The 2026 AI video landscape is, frankly, it's mind-bending. If you've been tracking the space, you know the evolution is moving at light speed. The barrier to high-end production? Gone. It literally forces us to rethink what it means to be a creator, a marketer, or a trainer. Because right now, anybody can sit in the director's chair.
So think about this for a second. What if you could shoot a full 5-minute film with absolutely zero crew, zero physical sets, and literally a budget of $0? A couple of years ago, no way, that was pure fantasy. But today, independent creators are actually doing this. They're dropping films that hit you emotionally, hold together narratively, and look incredibly cinematic right out of the gate.
Just look at the leap we've made since 2024. Back then, AI video was, well, kind of a glitchy novelty, right? You'd get these warped, silent 3-second clips, but 2026 AI is a totally different beast. It's a legitimate production pipeline. We're talking about chaining together multi-shot sequences, complete with native audio, perfect lip syncing, and characters who actually look the same from scene to scene. It's wild. Here is our roadmap for the explainer. First, the cinematic storytellers. Second, social media content machines. Third, corporate avatars and audio. And finally, the strategic warning. Section 1, the cinematic storytellers. So these are the platforms designed specifically for high-end visual storytelling. The absolute game changer here, the thing that makes tools like CDance 2.0 so groundbreaking, is multimodal input and multi-shot generation. You're no longer just typing in a text prompt and crossing your fingers. You upload your character photos, you drop in reference videos for camera movement, add some background music, and the AI processes the whole shebang. It generates a full sequence of connected shots with native sound all in one single pass. Now, the AI landscape today is pretty fragmented, so you gotta know exactly who to quote-unquote hire for your virtual crew. It's all about the specific use case. Going for a cinematic narrative, you'll want Imagine Art, LTX Studio, or Catalyst. Building a high-volume social or faceless channel, InVideo, Kapwing, and Focal ML are your go-tos. And for corporate training or audio-first work, you definitely want to lean on Synthesia and Kyber. Okay, but how does this actually work in practice on a platform like Imagine Art? Well, toss out the traditional screenplay. Step 1, you write director's notes. You're giving the AI the subject, the action, the specific camera moves, and the overall mood. Step 2, you compile your reference package. Character images, audio, all that good stuff. Step 3, generate the scenes. And step 4, chain them together. You essentially use the final frame of one scene as the opening frame of the next. Boom! Seamless transitions, no jarring cuts. What's really fascinating here are the specific superpowers these cinematic tools have. LTX Studio, it gives you absolute frame-level control. You can manually direct camera paths through keyframes. Catalyst acts like your entire pre-production team. Feed it a script, it spits out a storyboard and keeps your characters looking perfectly consistent across every single shot. And Focal ML? This one is just mind-blowing. You drop in one master prompt broken into 12-second chunks, and it just auto-edits a complete 5-minute film for you. Unbelievable. Moving on to Section 2, social media content machines. When we start talking about scaling up fast-paced social content, the math completely changes. Think about this number for a second, 20 minutes. Recent testing shows that 20 minutes is literally all it takes for a platform like NVIDIA AI to entirely replace what used to be a half-day editing gig. You go from a simple prompt to a highly competent, shareable first draft in the time it takes to drink a cup of coffee. That completely rewrites the economics of content creation. If you're running a faceless channel or A/B testing a bunch of ad creatives, tools like NVIDIA and Kapwing basically hand you a full production team on a silver platter. You can clone your own voice using just 30 seconds of audio, and the AI will narrate everything for you. It automatically pulls relevant B-roll, slaps on auto subtitles, seamlessly cuts out dead air, and, get this, supports over 50 languages. You could literally create a flawless Spanish language reel with a native-sounding voiceover in seconds, with 0 translators and 0 voice actors. All right, Section 3, corporate avatars and audio. This category right here is totally transforming internal comms and sales outreach. Over 140 languages. That massive number is the global footprint of Synthesia. It literally obliterates the language barrier for enterprise training, HR onboarding, and marketing. You record your message exactly once, and you can instantly deploy it globally, with a professional AI presenter speaking perfectly in local dialects. It's a massive scale-up. The automation at the enterprise level is just off the charts. Synthesia gives you access to over 240 professional AI avatars. But here's the real kicker. Through integrations with platforms like Make, you can trigger these creations directly from CRM events. Picture this: a new lead converts in Salesforce, and bam, a personalized, AI-generated welcome message is instantly sent to their inbox. And to make sure your messaging actually hits, use the FOCA framework: focused, outcome, content, action. Then, flipping over to the creative audio side, tools like Kyber change the game completely. You upload an audio track, and the AI generates and cuts the visuals to sync perfectly with the beat. The music is literally in the driver's seat.
And finally, Section 4, the strategic warning.
Okay, we've seen a ton of magic today, but if we really want to master these concepts, we've got to stay grounded about the current limitations. There's a quote from an in-depth review of InVideo that I absolutely love. The AI writes competent, safe copy. It rarely writes good copy. That perfectly hits the nail on the head when it comes to the yes but of this technology. Sure, the AI hands you an incredible starting point, but if the script is the entire soul of your project, like in a brand story or a high-converting ad, you still have to jump in and rewrite it to take it from generic to great. Think of the AI as your incredibly fast, incredibly eager, and incredibly cheap crew. But it definitely has limits. Like we said, those scripts, they need a human touch. If you're using user-generated content avatars, watch out for tight close-ups, because the lip syncing can still wander a bit. Oh, and the AI will absolutely butcher complex proper nouns and brand names with total confidence. But the absolute biggest takeaway here is this: AI replaces the camera ops, it replaces the lighting techs, but it does not replace the director's taste. Your strategic vision is absolutely crucial. Which brings us to the end of our explainer. I really want to leave you with this final thought. What story have you been waiting to tell now that the barriers to entry are literally gone? You've got the ultimate AI toolkit categorized and ready. You understand the workflows, the specific use cases, and yeah, the limitations. The set is built, the crew is waiting. It is time to step into the director's chair and create your masterpiece. Thanks for diving in with us today. Keep learning, and we'll catch you in the next one.